Welcome to Episode 4 of Adam's Insights. Join Natomis in the Library of Congress 2025, where the black stone tablet opens a portal to the Temple of Fire. Guided by Sekhmet, the lioness goddess of strength and healing, and her white owl Natomis, faces the mirror of his soul to embrace his divided self. Prepare for a transformative journey that will redefine your inner truth. Fire. #Mirror of the Self.
Library of Congress, Washington, D.C., mid-May 2025, 9:18 a.m. In a secluded corner of the Library of Congress, morning light filters through a dusty, narrow window. Natomis sits on an old wooden chair, its floral carved legs creaking softly with each shift. The walls, lined with shelves heavy with leather-bound books and rolled manuscripts, exhale the scent of ancient paper, as if preserving the breath of lost centuries. A tarnished brass desk lamp with a cracked green glass shade casts a dim yellow glow, painting restless shadows on the scratched wooden table. In Natomis's hands rests the black stone tablet, the size of a small book, its glossy surface like a midnight mirror. Its hieroglyphic carvings, interlocking circles, a hexagonal eye, the radiant sun of self-awareness, and silver wings of forgiveness pulse with celestial blue light, like living veins beneath the surface. The wings, a symbol of forgiveness, fade gently, leaving a new-found lightness in his heart, as if invisible wings stir within his soul.
Natomis, in this temple-like archive, feels his heart beat with a calm yet uneasy rhythm, as if the lessons of self-awareness and forgiveness have opened inner doors he's unprepared to face. The air is heavy with the scent of aged wood and dry ink, the silence enveloping the room like a velvet curtain, broken only by a faint hum from the tablet, as if unseen spirits whisper their secrets. Suddenly, a soft flutter of wings cuts through the quiet. Natomis looks up to see the white owl perched on the table's edge. Its snow-white feathers glow silver under the lamp, its golden eyes shining like twin stars, piercing his soul with a gaze of wisdom and challenge. "You've freed yourself from resentment stone, seeker of light." Its words echo in his mind, a crystal-clear thought. But true freedom demands accepting every part of you, strength and weakness, light and shadow. Are you ready for the trial of self-acceptance?
Natomis feels a subtle weight in his chest. Self-awareness revealed his fear of inadequacy. Forgiveness lifted the burdens of the past, but accepting himself, flaws and contradictions, feels like facing a mirror that might show more than he's ready to see. Memories flood in, avoiding a friend after an argument out of fear of rejection, feeling inferior to his more successful brother, an inner voice insisting he'll never meet his family's expectations. His grip tightens on the tablet, fingers trembling as a familiar vortex pulls at his consciousness, his soul slipping from his body. The room dissolves in a swirl of light and shadow, leaving his body seated while his spirit journeys to another realm.
Temple of Fire, Ancient Egypt. Time unknown. Natomis opens his eyes in the Temple of Fire, its towering stone walls etched with glowing lions, their silver fangs glinting and ruby eyes blazing like living spirits watching his every move. The black marble floor,
polished to a mirror-like sheen, is lit by delicate blue flames, dancing like restless ocean waves, radiating comforting warmth instead of burning. The ceiling, studded with red crystals, reflects the flames, creating a glow like a sky of embers. The air is thick with the sharp scent of burning incense and a faint metallic tang, as if the fire melts iron deep within the temple. At the center stands a raised stone platform, holding a massive circular mirror framed in gold, adorned with intricate carvings of flames and hexagonal eyes. The mirror surface reflects the blue flames like a lake of liquid fire, yet it feels deep, like a portal to another world. Before the platform stands a majestic woman with the head of a lioness, her fangs gleaming under the firelight, her ember-like eyes glowing with strength and compassion. Her crimson robe flows like blood, woven with golden threads, pulsing like flames. In her right hand, a golden spear tipped with a radiant sun symbol. In her left, an amulet shaped like a glowing heart, pulsing faintly. The white owl perches on her shoulder, its feathers sparkling like diamonds in the firelight, its eyes fixed on Natomis.
I am Sekhmet, goddess of strength and healing, she says, her voice a deep, rumbling growl, yet warm with the fire of restoration. You've come to the temple of fire to face your divided self, Natomis. Those who reject part of themselves remain incomplete, but those who embrace their divided soul become whole. She tilts her head, her amber eyes piercing him, as if seeing every wound and hidden strength in his soul. Let me share my story, my journey through fire and healing, that it may be a mirror for your soul and a light to guide your path. The owl tilts its head, its golden eyes gleaming like lanterns, urging Sekhmet to begin. The blue flames on the floor rise slightly, the incense's sharp scent intensifying, as if the temple itself listens to her words. Sekhmet's tale. I am Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, goddess of strength and healing, the sun's fire that burns and restores. I was born from the primal flame of creation when Ra, my father, sought a force to protect order and punish chaos. My lioness head embodies fierce courage, my fangs gleam like swords of light, and my ember eyes see beyond the veil, your strength, your weakness, and the contradictions that make you human. My crimson robe is the blood of life, woven with golden threads, pulsing like flames, a symbol of the transformation I carry. My spear, tipped with the sun, is my unbreakable will. My amulet, a glowing heart, is my mercy that heals what breaks. In the time of myths, Ra sent me to earth to punish humans who defied him, turning from truth to chaos. I descended as unrelenting fire, my breath scorching fields, my roar shaking mountains. I was a storm of strength, knowing only retribution. But my power, meant as a gift, became a threat, nearly destroying the earth itself. Isis, mother of wisdom, and Hathor, goddess of joy, intervened, calming my rage with sacred pomegranate wine, transforming me from destruction's fire to healing's light. I learned that true strength lies not in destruction, but in balance, in the power to heal after burning, to rebuild what breaks. My story is not just carved on the walls of Memphis or Karnak.
It is every soul's journey to face its contradictions and choose unity.
Sekhmet raises her hand, the blue flames rising higher, the floor glowing faintly gold. The incense's scent sharpens, the air heavy with the warmth of healing fire. My values are the fabric of my being, Natomis, and I ask you to carry them as you carry the black tablet. Strength, not merely muscle or will, but the courage to face yourself. When you admitted hating your weakness, I saw your strength, for acknowledging frailty is the first step to power. Those who face their shadow find their sun. Healing, my light. As the goddess of healing, I know inner wounds, doubt, fear, inadequacy are not erased, but healed through acceptance. When I turned from destruction to restoration, I learned fire can purify. You, Natomis, began healing when you faced your reflection honestly. Healing is not erasing weakness, but transforming it into strength. Balance, my beating heart. I, who carry fire and mercy, destruction and healing, learned that strength without compassion is chaos, and compassion without strength is frailty. In this temple, I show you your divided self, to teach you that light and shadow are not enemies, but partners. As Isis taught me balance, I teach you. Embrace your contradictions, and they become your wings.
Courage, my shield. It took courage to admit I, Ra's fire, nearly destroyed what I was sent to protect. Courage is not fear's absence, but the bravery to stand before truth's mirror. You showed courage when you admitted to hating your weakness. That courage will make you whole. Unity, my crown. I, who united fire and healing, strength and mercy, know perfection lies not in rejecting weakness, but in embracing it. Your divided self, courage and fear, strength and flaw, is not your enemy, but your soul's mirror. When you unite your reflections, you become whole, not because you're perfect, but because you're true.
Sekhmet pauses, her amber eyes studying Natomis, as if seeing not just who he is, but who he could become. The temple's carvings glow faintly gold, as if responding to her words. My knowledge lies not in books, but in the fire that transforms. I know the secrets of spiritual healing, where the soul finds wholeness through acceptance. The black tablet you hold is a mirror of the soul, Natomis. Its symbols, circles, the hexagonal eye, and the divided circle are keys to unity. I, with Isis and Osiris, wove these symbols into the tablets of the Brotherhood of the Wise, founded in Amun's temples to guard the secrets of the self. You are their heir, chosen to bear their light. From Isis I learned compassion heals what breaks. From Osiris I learned resurrection comes from accepting loss. I believe every soul carries an inner fire, a flame of strength and healing, but few dare face it. You, Natomis, are beginning to see your fire. Do not fear its blaze. Sekhmet points to the mirror, where Natomis's united reflection still glows faintly. Look, Natomis, this is your divided self, courage and fear, strength and weakness. You fled your weakness, remaining incomplete. To unite your heart, embrace every part, even what you're ashamed of.
Natomis steps toward the mirror, his footsteps heavy on the fiery floor, the blue flames licking his shoes without burning. He gazes at his weaker reflection, seeing eyes filled with doubt, recalling moments of inadequacy, avoiding a friend after a fight, feeling lesser than his talented brother, and an inner voice insisting, "You're not enough." "I hate this part of me," he says, his voice nearly breaking. "I hate being weak, afraid, and imperfect." Sekhmet places a hand on his shoulder, her touch warm like fire, yet healing, as if melting the weight in his heart. Weakness is not shame, but proof of your humanity. It teaches compassion, patience, and true strength. Embrace it, and it becomes your light.
Natomis takes a deep breath, tears glinting in his eyes. He looks at his weaker reflection again and says, "I accept you. You're part of me. Thank you for teaching me to be kind to myself." Then he gazes at his courageous reflection, smiling sadly. "You're part of me too, but I don't need to be brave always. I'm enough as I am." Suddenly the dividing line in the mirror fades, the reflections merging into one. Natomis, not perfect, but whole in his acceptance. The blue flames turn to radiant gold, flooding the temple as if the sun itself descended. The tablet in his hand glows with a new symbol, a divided circle, its halves joined by a delicate thread of light, the emblem of unity and acceptance. Sekhmet smiles, her fangs gleaming, her eyes shining with pride. "You've united yourself, Natomis. Those who embrace their divided soul become whole. Carry this lesson. It is your shield against inner doubt."
Natomis touches the mirror, his fingers trembling with exhaustion and peace. A warm golden vortex carries him through the light, returning him to the archive room. His body remains seated, but his heart pulses with a peace he's never known, as if an inner wound has healed. The white owl gazes at him, its golden eyes radiant with eternal wisdom. "Self-acceptance is your third key," it says in his mind, a melody like flowing water. "You've become whole, but the journey deepens. Those who accept themselves find peace, but those who endure discover truth. Prepare for the next trial. It will face you with the mountain's silence." With a flutter, the owl vanishes in a flash of light, leaving Natomis with the tablet. A sense of unity envelops him, yet he knows the next challenge will test his patience and resilience against temptation.
The path is clear. Like Natomis, embrace your whole self. Acknowledge your strengths and flaws. Accept your contradictions and find unity within. Each step forges your inner peace. Natomis's journey calls us to embrace our own imperfections. Reflect on what you've accepted about yourself and share your thoughts. Join us for the next episode of Adam's Insights, #self-acceptance.